Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and due to two new movies that have come out this year, I'm going to need to cover altitude masks again because clearly some manufacturer of these products paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for them to get in these movies or something. Something happened to get them put in the movies because clearly the makers of these movies did no research and talked to no real strength and conditioning coaches before doing this footage. But I saw Southpaw the other day at a friend's place, and the main actor in it, when training for a fight, had on an altitude mask just briefly. And then I found out from other people that apparently in the movie Creed, which I haven't seen yet, Creed was again wearing one of the altitude masks or elevation masks for training. And what we need to cover and people need to understand is that these things are a complete scam. They run $70 to $80. They are worthless. They are useless. Not only that, they actually reduce your stamina from training. They actually reduce the results you get for the amount of work you put in. They actually hurt your results. And here's why, and every credible expert in the field of exercise physiology will agree with this. It's based on the concept of altitude training. However, what we've learned over the years is that altitude training itself is actually counterproductive. It's not altitude training that increases red blood cell count and improves endurance. It's sleeping and living at high altitude. And what we found is that if someone really has money to spend, the best thing they can possibly do is to live at high altitude, sleep at high altitude at nighttime, or sleep in like a decompression chamber that reduces the amount of oxygen and barometric pressure they have access to while they sleep. That's what increases the red blood cell count. Then they either get out of the chamber and train at sea level, or they fly down to sea level to train every day. So a really wealthy athlete, that's what they would do. The actual high altitude training itself actually hurts your endurance just a little bit. You don't get as much results as if you trained at low altitude with more oxygen. It's the actual living and sleeping up there that gives the benefit. And the living and sleeping up there gives enough of a benefit that it counteracts and goes beyond the negative of what you get from training there. But by putting the altitude mask on and living at sea level, you're actually getting none of the benefits and you're getting all of the negatives of it. So you actually end up with less stamina and less training results from wearing one of these masks. It's the worst idea ever. There's a lot of ignorance around it because, again, people don't actually know the history of altitude training, what we've learned about it over the years, and people are easily taken in by con men and gimmicks and marketing, as we're seeing here. So guys, don't buy into the hype. Just because you saw these in a movie, don't buy into the hype. And if you think I'm wrong, go do some research on it, do a little digging, and you'll find out I'm actually right, that the majority of sports physiology experts will agree with me on this one. All right, guys, well, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time. But let me give you guys a bicep shot before I go. Oh, Mount Bicepius.